Everyone knows that because of my participation in the 1989 June 4th movement and donation, I was arrested from home by the Chinese Communist Party. The first shot aimed at my wife and daughter, Guomei, was blocked by my younger brother, who was not yet 18 years old. He took 2 bullets. He was finally sent to the hospital of the Zhongyuan oil field, but the police forbade and denied his treatment. 2 days later, he bled to death. My father and mother, for the first time in their lives, suffered from losing a son in their old age, a pain that I brought upon them. When I was in the Qingfeng detention center, one night I heard someone crying outside, and it sounded so much like my mother. Later, I called out to the guard in the detention center. I said, "Is that my mother who came to see me?" The guard, a kind guard who treated me well, told me, "It's not your mother. She was the mother of someone from another cell. She committed suicide by slamming herself into a wall last night. He was also locked up because of the June 4th movement." I remember it very clearly. This gentleman's family name was Wang, Mr. Wang. He had no father. What kind of courage would drive a mother to cry outside a detention center and then kill herself by crashing into a wall? I began to worry about my own mother and father. Would they also kill themselves by crashing into a wall because of me? At that time, I didn't know that my younger brother had already passed away. After some time, a prosecutor interrogated me and even brought me food. I sensed something was wrong. This prosecutor was very young. He closed the door and quietly said to me, "Your 8th brother is gone." I'm not sure if you can feel this, brothers and sisters. In a small interrogation room of just a few square meters, and having shackles on my hands and feet, he told me that my 8th brother was gone and my father and mother already knew. I was only 19 years old, and I was already the father of Guoqiang and Guomei. My wife was very poor because our home in Puyang was completely confiscated by the police. She returned to her hometown at Shicaoing village, Guqing town, Shandong province. At that time, I wondered if my father and mother would take their own lives. Will my wife take her own life? I never imagined that I would make it out alive. I never thought it was possible. Back then, Yesterday, when I saw this light at the scene, I told Sister Tongping, it was just like back in the Qingfeng detention center, when we would look at the skylight above the prison cell. Every morning, because I was the cell leader, I was always the first to watch the rising sun shine into the room. In the death row cells, especially for political prisoners, no one thought they would get out. I've never seen anyone who thought they could get out, even those who went in for minor crimes. Even those who wrote the propaganda manuscripts for the students in the June 4th movement or photocopied documents never imagined they could walk out alive. Brothers and sisters, do you know? When an individual receives a gunshot to the head and their skull explodes in front of you, no one isn't terrified or afraid the first time. Can you imagine a living person, one shot, and their head explodes? I've seen dozens of them. Do you understand what I have been through? The most painful thing for me, after getting out of Qingfeng Detention Center, was that I had no chance to tell anyone about my experiences inside the detention center. I never talked to my wife, Guiqiang or Guomei. Since the start of the whistleblower movement, I've had you all, and bit by bit, I've begun to share it with you. My mother never asked me about it, nor did my older brothers. The greatest kindness my family showed me was that not a single person blamed me.